Imagine you're somebody who got promised a nice castle. And castle is a castle, you know? They don't make 3 square meter castles that are a box of fucking concrete. Castle is a castle. It's got towers. It's got those alligators going around it. It's got the green grass, really bright green grass, like it's a goddamn Windows XP backdrop. It's got, you know, if you go in the forest, because there's a forest, of course there's a fucking forest. There's no mosquitoes, no. They have those little things, what do you call them? Like aerial plankton, that stuff that you see in the movies and the fairy tales that are just kind of hovering there, making nice light effects that tell you, oh, the forest is magic. That's why there's this shit floating in the air. Of course. And yeah, it's a castle. It means there's a king, there's a royal family, but it's not a tyranny. It's all fantastic. For some reason, so you got nice purple dress, which used to be super expensive because color purple wasn't easy to make. And yeah, there's even a fucking rainbow. Imagine that, fucking rainbow. And then you're promised all this. And then, you know, you wait, and finally the day comes when you're going to the castle and you're like, I'm going to the fucking castle. I'm going to the fucking castle. I'm going to the motherfucking castle, man, the castle. I'm going to the motherfucking castle. Yeah, stay calm, stay calm. I want to get a heart attack before I get to the castle. Going to the castle. I'm going to the castle. I'm going to live in a castle. By the way, it's never winter, it's never summer, it's not hot, it's not cold, it's not damp. Don't even get a cold. Don't need a fireplace, unless there's a banquet. I guess if there's a banquet, you get a nice fireplace. Yes. By the way, banquet, of course, super long table. Like, who even makes these tables? You can't buy it at fucking IKEA for sure. Like a table for like 300 people. And yes, fruit everywhere. There are buckets of fruit. And turkey. And wine served in metallic cups. I don't even know if that's good for you, by the way. But yeah, the kind of wine you just throw down your throat and spill a third of it on your purple dress. It's how it got purple, for Christ's sake. But you're going to the fucking castle. Today's the day. Castle. And then you arrive, and you're like, where's the castle? Oh, it's coming, it's coming. You're like, this, I don't know, like I see some dead plants. Is that normal? Oh yeah, because it's just this season. Here, I'm very much reminded of the people that take you to see real estate, and you tell them, you know, I have problems sleeping, so I want a really quiet place. And you're going through construction sites and you tell them, hey, this doesn't look so quiet. And they're like, no, it's really quiet, it's really quiet. It's like, how the fuck would you know if it's quiet or not? You're a fucking real estate agent. I don't know where you live, but I seriously doubt that you live in this very property and you can tell me whether it's quiet or not. Or they will try to make up some bullshit and say, oh yeah, but actually they're not noisy. These are quiet builders. They build with good intentions. They build with care. They build with hugs. They're not noisy. Or they already finished. The thing looks like it's 1/3 of the way. They still have huge containers full of concrete. They've got little containers outside where the people are living and the portable toilets. But yeah, it's basically done. So it reminds me of the bullshit that the real estate agents tell you. But yeah, imagine going to the castle. All of a sudden, you're expecting this luxurious nature, like apples falling from the trees into your lap. You start seeing some dead plants. Also, it's kind of windy. Like you had an idea what a castle is like, but you never imagined it's windy. It's actually not, let's just say it's less than 24 degrees Celsius. So he's like, okay, but it doesn't matter because we're going to the castle. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be amazing. And then you get to a place and there's no towers. There's a big wall, okay, that the wall kind of looks like a castle. There's no tower. You always imagined there would be a tower. And you thought, well, these towers are amazing because, you know, when you live inside a castle and you got a tower, you can make it like your painting room. You can look down on your kingdom from the top of the tower. And if you find some hottie, you can even imprison her in the fucking tower. That's where women are supposed to go. I mean, Western poetic tradition teaches you that that's where they're supposed to go. And then if they want to get out, they just need to grow their vaginal hair long enough that they can escape with it. But here's the point. You get into the castle and you notice there's no heating. Hasn't been used for a while. There's some coat of armor somewhere, but looks a little bit, it's got some dents. You start to notice some defects. Is the problem. You start to notice some defects. What was in your imagination perfect, now it's got some defects. Now it's no longer, you're basically fucking coming. You're on the edge. You're on the very edge of orgasm because you're getting to your ideal. No, now it's okay. So I'm going to put in some work. This is not just I'm getting something. I'm being run over by bliss, but it's just okay. So this is going to be like a cooperative effort. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to fix this up. I'm going to shine it. Coat of armor is going to be really shiny. And yeah, these stones looks like, I don't know, they're a little bit dusty, but I'm going to work on it. So it's going to be great anyway. Got the castle. No one's going to take away my fucking castle. You got that? Motherfuckers. Stop talking shit about my castle. I'll work hard on it. It's going to be a cooperative effort. You know, castle's going to do 90%. I'm going to do my 10%. So I deserve the castle. I'm the castle master. I'm the castle maker, castle builder. Then you realize there's going to be a lot of work. There's spiders all around. I fucking hate spiders. Never once in your imagination did you think that your castle would have spiders. It's like, what the fuck are spiders doing inside the castle? Well, it's been theirs till now. And then, so you're like, okay, no problem. And remove them. By the time a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks go by, you're most concerned about there's another spider web. Maybe get the tool. I'm going to remove it. You become addicted to fixing little things so that by then you're not really worrying about, am I in a castle? Where am I? What is this? It's a castle. I don't give a fuck. Just removing these fucking spiders so that I can, you know, not see any defect in front of me. And then you discover that actually there's a problem with the roof. And you got big boulders falling on your head while you're sleeping. So you say, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. It's called the spider's web, there's boulders falling on my head. What else? So you call the gardener, hunchback gardener, and tell him, listen, for now you have a job. You gotta find me some new stones or put them back where they were. I don't want boulder to fall on my head while I'm sleeping. And he's like, oh, it's not my job, but I'll try my best. And then he discovered there are some noises throughout the night. And they keep bothering you, so you can't sleep. And they start slowly, then they become increasingly aggressive to the point that you're having trouble sleeping. So this is now you're 5 months in, and your life is characterized by noise, spider webs, cold, catching colds, stones falling, but you're still in the infancy of your stay in the castle. So you try to deal with it. Say, all right, I'm gonna just sleep in another room. So you keep changing rooms. Eventually, the noise follows you everywhere. Then you start noticing something a little bit more unsettling, and that is there are some strange lights throughout the night as well. some red lights. And you're like, what the hell is that? We're in the middle of nowhere. We're in the middle of a forest. And there's lights now, aside from noise. And the lights become more and more menacing. And you start waking up in the middle of the night with cold sweats and nightmares. And then one night, you hear a voice. And it sounds like, and you think, what the fuck was that? Everybody, come here, butler, gardener, we need to have a fucking meeting. What the hell does that mean? I heard some noises. Like, no, I don't think so, sir. It must be your imagination. All of this castle fixing must have influenced your subconscious. I would go back to sleep if I were you. Would you like a cup of tea? And then these strange nightmares or visions become more and more frequent. And the months go by, and the months go by, and then it's the first year, and the second year, and the third year, and the fifth year. And you've got really nasty lung infections from the lack of sleep, and the cold, and the dust, and the thunders, and the humidity. And you're basically going insane. And there comes a point, eventually, when you're not living in the castle anymore. You are living in a horror story where it's normal that you have demons hunting you throughout the night. It's normal. It's every day. And you've tried many times to run away from the castle and say, I'm going to go home. And you always find yourself back where you started. No matter what path you take through these damned trees in the forest, you always come back to the castle. There's no way out. You try to figure that out, how that worked. Use maps. Use the stars, but no way. Always come back to the same spot. There comes a point where your life is just that. It's just demons. They don't even care anymore. You're like, come at me, you motherfuckers. I don't give a shit. Come at me, you motherfuckers. Come at me. Get out of the fucking closet. Huh? This Cthulhu bullshit. Come out. Fucking cowards. Always hiding. Fucking cowards. Hate these fucking demons. These cuck demons. Come here. What have you got? Show me what the fuck you got. This is the sad story of a person who committed a grave mistake and a sin, which is to believe that the world that we live in is something that was made for the humankind. Somebody who believed that he was a star in a movie, whereas in reality, he wasn't even an extra. He was a prop. And that's what we all are. We're props. And what Dawkins calls the greatest game in town is just that. It's a mechanical, mathematical, algorithmic search. It's a process that unfolds over millions of years. And if you follow that, with sufficient speed, you would see it for what it is, but we are blinded by the fact that it's actually evolving in slow motion. There are many things that can blind you. If your eyes are broken, you can't see. If your visual cortex is damaged, you can't see. If you've never seen in your life and they remove your blindfold one day, you still can't see. You don't have a trained visual cortex. A bright light can blind you. And other things that can blind you is excessive or insufficient speed. If something unfolds within the span of a millisecond, you can't even see it. And if something goes too slow, for example, continents moving, geological strata forming, that stuff is completely invisible to you. As far as you're concerned, it doesn't exist. Just in the same way that your life, your work, your friends, they don't exist to a particle being caught in an explosion of, say, TNT explosion that unfolds over a fraction of a second, to stuff that lives within that light, within the time frame, that time length. Nothing large exists, nothing enduring exists. So the problem is exactly that the real reality of the world is a reality that unfolds over countless thousands of years. But our lifespan is so short that we can't see that. So we have the wrong impression. The one thing that can set you straight there is history, but not really. Because you can read about it, but you can't watch it. Now imagine if you could just watch history. Imagine if you had an unlimited lifespan and you could sit down and say, today is year zero. Or, actually, go back to the Egyptians, go back to Mesopotamia, and watch cultures rise, cultures fall, empires form, empires fall. And see it in fast forward. See all of these things, all these urban centers being created, people being born and dying in the blink of an eye. Faster than you can see, you can only see like a vague cloud of this human biomass that's moving, like insects. And the way it sounds, I suppose, would be like population explosions would be like, then they would contract and will. If you could watch all of human history and all the interminable suffering, you would know at least one thing, that this is not about us. This is not about us at all. Not only this is not about you, not only is it not only about you personally, but it's not about us, it's not about human beings. If you could see all the atrocities throughout history, all the failed cultures, the failed attempts, all the mechanisms by which large groups of people interact, the way that large groups of people form organisms, and the types of organisms that have formed out of people being their constituent components, like your brain is made of neurons, like your body is made of cells. And if you could see them in fast forward, come alive and die, those two in the blink of an eye, you would not perhaps be so mistaken about what this all is about. And you would not have such hopes for life. This is an explosion, or a fart, whichever way you prefer to see it. And it's an explosion that's developing with a very high degree of precision, of accuracy, of determinacy, and some level of chaotic behavior within it as well. The only things that you can decide is that margin of chaos, which might itself turn into some kind of, by the butterfly effect, might turn into some kind of unforeseen and randomly created macroscopic effect from your small, petty little actions. Nothing you can predict, of course. It's the nature of chaos. But mostly, you've got that infinitesimally small effect on something that is, in the end, is a deterministic process. When you explode a charge, you can calculate exactly where to place it, how strong it needs to be to bring down a building. So even within the chaos of the detonation, there's still a large margin of accuracy. So, my point is this: whatever you want in life is the castle. Whatever you want. There's nothing real in this life. There's nothing you can grab onto. There's nothing that can satisfy you. And the more you understand about life, the more you realize absolute atrocity is the norm. It's normal. And perhaps you were lucky enough to be born in a bubble. Because in chaos, there's everything. There's everything in chaos. There's people with blue armpit hair screaming on the streets. At some points, there were people that tried to get all the blood out of your body because they thought they would heal you that way. There are people that thought that they could shrink your head by mixing some herbs. There are people who thought if we can just squeeze humanity under an iron fist, then it will be paradise. If we can just force everybody to do the same fucking thing all the time and to say only a very narrow margin of things, then it will be utopia. You know, the world has this uncanny capacity to produce random things. And when you put large numbers of people together, it's like an incubator. Whether you want to see it as an incubator of a pathogen or an incubator of a business, it's an incubator. When you put large numbers of people together, you allow madness to go so far that one man could never on his own bring it that far. I mean, if you're just a person, you can decide all of a sudden that you're in contact with gods and that they command you to dismember people of your family and bury them under the caravan where you live. But if you're a society, if you've got tens or hundreds of millions of people, then you can try your luck with holy wars. And you can have a real sustainable process. It's like having a shitty startup that always somehow manages to find investment money. And they're trying to build an app to find your dick. And no one's going to buy that, but it doesn't matter. They keep getting money. It's like findyourdick.com. There's always somebody ready to drop down $2 or $3 million every time they run out of money. They wanted the best offices in Tokyo, in downtown. Sorry, we already finished 3 million in 6 months. Can we have more, please? Yes, sir, you can have them. Here's more money. Imagine. All of a sudden, it's not just find your dick, because it's not working. You got to try something else. It's like find your glands, find the tip of your glands. It spirals out into this absurd thing. Find the spirits that are living on the tip of your glands. The more money, the more craziness. Just keeps going on and on and on and on. Now it splits. Now it's, half of the office wants to go forward with find the spirits on the tip of your glands. The other half, they're fundamentalists. They say, no, we started this business. It was find the tip of your glands. It wasn't find the spirits. I don't give a shit about spirits. Just want the tip of your glands. And because they have unlimited funding, because that's a human condition. Craziness with unlimited funding. There's always mass of people that are toiling the soil and providing support for whatever hyperstructures are built. So, yeah, you know what? We're going to get double the investment money now. Half is going to go in to find the spirits on the tip of your dick, and half is going to go to the fundamentalists just trying to find the tip of your dick. You're going to have 2 domain names, all right? You both go. And they split further. What I'm saying is, when you start to see the world as a big startup that's trying to find the spirits at the tip of your dick, and once you know that for a fact, indisputable fact, you know it with your guts, once you realize that the whole of human history, the whole fucking thing was always about finding the tip of your dick, that the human endeavor itself is pathologically worthless, then you become like the madman trapped inside the castle. He can't care if he lives or not. He can't care about that. It's enough of being scared. It's enough of some new inconvenience ruining my precious little fucking castle. You know what? You can have it all. You can have this fucking shithole. Take it. It's fucking yours. Who wants it anyway? I'm tired. I don't have this kind of dream anymore. I'm not a stupid little brainwashed fucking moron who thought that this is all about me. This is all about, I'm going to go to my own version of paradise. I'm not stupid anymore. I know what this is. It's like, first of all, this world belongs to the demons, not human beings. Second, they're everywhere. Third, the universe doesn't really exist. It's just the castle. That's it. I wasn't even ever born outside here. It was a dream. I was born in the castle. That's it. That's all that exists. These are the kinds of upheavals that happen in your brain when you learn what the world is and what humanity is. This kind of madness. to the point where you can't care about your dream. There's no dreams anymore. You don't even think about it. They're like gone. They're like shit. It's like the stupid shit that you wanted when you were a kid. It's like you wanted what? Wanted the Lego monorail, right? That was a stupid fucking thing that cost $300. No parent on earth wanted to buy that shit. It's just a piece of plastic for $300, which at the time was like saying, I don't know, like now $3,000. And now you look back, I could have it, I could buy it, could get it on eBay. It's like, I don't give a shit about that anymore. I got problems on my mind, you know, like real problems. The same way, you know, when you're adult, and I mean fully adult, and people tell you, yeah, what about the castle? It's like, look, bend down, please, because I want to kick you in the ass so fucking hard, you're going to end up on Titan. So the world is not made of dreams and absence of dreams anymore. It's just made of demons. Demons and the absolute mathematical, proven, theoretical impossibility of there being anything else other than demons. But you have a luxury, which is really a torture, to see other people that think they're going to get something. Oh yeah? You're going to get something. Look, there's another stupid fucker. He's driving to the castle. He's all excited. Look what he's saying. I can see him through my binoculars. He's like, yeah, I'm going to the castle. I'm going to the castle. I'm going to the castle. What a fucking moron, man. What a fucking moron. You know what I want for the guy? He needs to hurt. He needs to get pain. He needs to get a lot of pain. You know what? That pain is holy pain. It's a pain that makes you snap out of the fucking idiocy. Jesus Christ. He wants the castle. Like, come here. Come here, you fucking fool. Let me show you the fucking castle. Look at the fucking closet. You see what's in the fucking closet? You like it? How do you like the fucking castle? Hey, you can have it. How about you live here for a while? How about 10,000 years, huh? You like the castle now, you piece of shit? By the way, sleep here. You'll have a free alarm when these rocks fall on your head in the morning. That's what it is. What I mean here is that human existence is irredeemable. Irredeemable. Few people have actually gotten to the point in the trajectory of adultness to really understand this, like Schopenhauer and Nietzsche. And Nietzsche, of course, said, out of the crooked timber of mankind, no straight object has ever been fashioned. And that's really true. That's really true. Not one good civilization, not one good society, not one good classroom, not one good bureaucracy, not one good office, not one good corporation, nothing, zero. So you can't care about dreams anymore. There's no dreams here. There's demons. Reality equals demons. So what to do here? You need to have drastic measures, man. Drastic measures. It's time to stop with this bullshit. I mean, the way I'm talking to you right now, it's like a doctor that used to, come to you every day and say, yeah, the patient, he's feeling better. Today he's breathing a lot. We're looking to a possible recovery within, don't be too hopeful, but 6 months, 12 months, perhaps. Like, okay, go back home and, we're taking good care of him. And, he might be able to speak to you soon. Maybe he'll open his eyes at some point. And today, no. Today he's serious. He's like, listen, this shit ain't working. Look straight in the eyes. It's not a doctor supposed to talk to you. It's not the way. No, he's really serious. And he's like, listen, we tried everything. I'm going to propose something, but it's not orthodox. So, feel free to refuse if you think that this is not the way for you. And you're like, what the fuck is he saying? You're holding your spouse's hand very tight. What does he want to say? What is he going to propose now? Doctor, tell us, what is this? What is this thing that we should do? We'll do anything. It's 7 years in a coma. What can we do for humanity? What can we do? Well, I am proposing whole body artificial shortening of telomeres. And I'm proposing repopulation of the gut flora. I'm proposing stripping the patient of bone marrow and replacing that with bioengineered stem cells. He will probably not survive. We have a chance of success of 6%. You look at your spouse, you're like, what should we do? Shall we do this? Nah, and you start fighting. The doctor is there, very patient. Just pretends he's not there. I told you, no, we can't do it. Yes, I told you we have to do it. We tried everything. What are we going to do? Okay, doctor, let's do this alternative lengthening of telomeres, and let's repopulate the gut lining. What can we do? This is a serious disease. You know, we tried shooting bullets at it, didn't work. We tried with ground-to-air missiles, didn't work. Tried rocket-propelled grenades, didn't work. We tried 1 megaton thermonuclear devices, it didn't work. It's time to get the big one. It's time to get the big bomb. So he says, all right, I understand. Please follow me. Takes you through a secret passage, some corridor, some secret space in the hospital. Now you're outside, there's a big hangar. There's a big aircraft container. And out of it comes this huge cargo van type thing. Like when North Korea is parading, this is our big Juche bird, this is our ICBM, this is our big missile, this is our big fucking rocket. Like 1,000,000 times that. It's a thing that you can't even see the top of it. It's like in the clouds. And they're playing Gustav Holst, just to set the tone. Mars. And that's the bomb. There's a big bomb. It's like the only way we're gonna save this patient is with extreme fucking measures. Not with politics, not with sociology, it's not with indoctrination, it's not with education, it's not with communism, it's not with capitalism, it's not with socialism, it's not with any ism. The way that we get rid of the demons is to get the demon killer. And it then transpires, only then, that humans were the demons. Humans are Cthulhu. Yeah, big plot twist, huh? Yeah. So the only way to solve humans is to destroy humans. So, the only way that you're going to be healthy is if you don't have a body. The only way you're gonna have a healthy society is if you don't have people, don't have individuals. The only way that you can have peace is if you destroy everything you've ever known or that anyone has ever known. The only way that you can have intelligence is to not have a brain. I'm talking really drastic measures here. We've tried this thing called humanity. It didn't work. Didn't work. It's like you're inside the fucking castle, right? After year 7. And everything you open, I don't care if it's a fucking, you turn on the TV and it's like Poltergeist. You're like, okay, fuck that. Let me look in my medicine cabinet and it's like, Freddy Krueger. All right, let me just look inside the closet. Okay, no, fuck that. Look out of the window. Of course, there's a lighthouse. There's unspeakable madness. Creatures coming out of there. And somebody tells you, I think we can fix this castle. I think if we bring in an expert, if we bring in a landscape artist, if we bring in somebody who's got some background in construction, like you take your hand, and I mean literally, take your hand, load it in the back of your body, like you load a rifle. You load it, and then you bang, fucking slap him in the fucking face, in the neck preferably. They have to black out. 360-degree flip, and then they black out. And they're there on the floor, unconscious, and you breathe. That felt good. All right, anybody else has any brilliant ideas how to make this castle perfect? Yeah? Anybody has any brilliant ideas how to fix this fucking castle? Like to hear them? Come here. Got another one. Got my other arm loaded. Because no, you don't fix the fucking castle. You need to destroy it. Destroy the castle. So, how do we destroy this fucking castle, huh? How? Step 1, brain implants, artificial intelligence, reverse engineering of the human brain, medical nanotechnology, desktop manufacturing, and nanocogno-bio, all those. Unlimited lifespans. And then we get a very, very short technological paradise, max 5 years. Probably not even that. And then we transform this fucking thing. It's nothing short of that that's going to do it. Remember, if you just remember one thing, every day you wake up, you have to have a morning routine. Tired of you fucking idiots without any morning routines. You got to stare into the white wall or print it out so you remember the words. Out of the crooked timber of mankind, no straight object has ever been fashioned. I don't care if you vote Republicans or if you vote Democrats, if you vote Labor, or if you vote Tories. I don't give a shit what kind of social system you develop. I don't give a shit what color you paint the streets. I don't give a shit if your cars are electric or gasoline or diesel or they're fucking flying cars or helicopters. It's the same thing. It's unwinnable. As long as you stay in your fucking castle playing with your fucking dick and you got Cthulhu in the fucking closet, nothing gonna get fixed. You need to destroy the fucking thing. Bring in the big guns. You need to bring in the big guns. The big guns is completely rewriting humanity. Now that I've sort of vented my emotional angst at you with what I can only call as a transcendental mix of fairy tale, the occult, and a good dose of profanity, I think that I should leave you with an important consideration. The fate of everything, the fate of absolutely everything depends on exactly how these brain implants are going to work. Possibility A, you shove these things in your brain, all of a sudden you don't need the smartphone anymore, superimposes whatever information onto your visual cortex, perhaps enhances and expands your neocortex so that you can rent computing cycles from the internet. But you stay a fucking moron. And by the way, now you're hacked into by the government, because when, like Kurzweil says, you're outsourcing part of your thinking to the cloud, what do you think? That the people that are shoving ads in your fucking face, that are tweaking your search results, that are banning YouTube channels that they don't agree with, you think those people are going to allow your outsourced thinking cycles to be pristine, to be completely unfucked with? No, we're going to be fucked with. We're going to be fucked with massively. You're going to have the stupidest fucking ideas on the cloud. You're going to have brilliant ideas, superhuman ideas, but you're going to be fucking stupid because somebody's tweaking with that. Anyway, that's option one. That have to become an army of super intelligent morons. And I mean like, I don't know, fucking jihadists that all of a sudden they become biotech engineers and they have these genius ideas for molecular robots that are going to do like a global jihad with nanotech. Or, and I don't know which way it's going to be. There's one holy thing in all of this. One holy thing. As the demons are coming out of your closet, as my fucking cat keeps playing with the paper bags on the floor, making sounds. Get the fuck out of there, shit. There's one holy thing. Your ability to self-reflect and to say, what am I doing right now? What did I just think? What did I just say? What did I just do? What just happened? Those are the holiest words ever to come out of a human being's mouth. What just happened? The ability to reflect and look back in your short-term memory and make sense of what just happened and your reaction to it. That's what borderlines are incapable of doing. Absolutely incapable of doing. Everybody's borderline, as far as I'm concerned. So if that one little shred of sanctity, like a crucifix with vampires, like garlic with witches, I don't even know if I got them flipped because I'm not that much of an expert on any of that. If that little thing can manage to get augmented, meaning that as a side effect, because it's never going to be done on purpose, that's for sure. If as a side effect of having more computing cycles, an extended frontal cortex, if it becomes sort of unavoidable, or it's kind of within the natural and avoidable development process of this kind of technology, this kind of interface, that as you extend your thinking, also your self-awareness is going to get enhanced. Then, maybe you found a book. Maybe you went into the attic of the castle, you found a book, a manuscript, not a book, a scratchbook, manuscript. Somebody wrote it 5,000 years before. They were in the same fucking situation and they wrote in some strange alphabet, which you then decipher. And you go in and you realize, this thing is teaching me how to put together. I know, that was not a map of the garden. That was like a secret location in the wall where there's secret parts. I get them out, I put them together. They make a little dagger. If I put together this magic dagger, then I can stab Cthulhu in the fucking heart and he might die. So, if by any chance within our path of development to utilitarian, economically viable, gaming-oriented, environmentally friendly human augmentation, if we see that whatever we do, it actually does make a difference. It does impact a person's self-awareness. And it magically gives you the ability to have people that, having been so augmented, they become more individualistic, less oriented towards the collective. Then maybe you got an invincible weapon against evil. And this thing, you put together the last piece, it's like a stone inside the dagger, and all of a sudden it's shining, it blinds you. There you got the magic weapon against evil. Perhaps. But we don't know. Not only do we not know, but we're so fucking ignorant that you can't even tell me, is it 20% or is it 80%? What are the moving parts that we need to analyze to figure out what the right percentage of probability is that we can get it? I don't know. 0. It's still in a foreign alphabet. We'll see as we go along. That's why I continue to follow both politics and technology. But if you get that, then maybe you get out of the fucking castle and you end up here.